think it's really important to just check in and figure out what you need. So the first step is the awareness, which is figuring out what you need. And then the second step is actually doing something about it, securing what it is that you might need. I'm a huge proponent of the breath. The breath is the key to the relaxation of the physical body. The breath is the key to the slowing of the chatter in your mind. And the breath is the key to regulating the emotions, to just kind of bringing yourself back to the present moment, recognizing where you are now, being okay with who you are now and where you are now. Let's just continue to soften a little bit by using the breath, taking the nice deep inhale through the nostrils, feeling the chest cavity rise, the belly fill. And then using the same duration or length for the exhale. So it's an approximation, you'll know. But trying to find that rhythm or that cadence of the inhalation matching the exhalation. The inhalation feeding and fueling the body, the exhalation softening and relaxing the body. Ebbs and flows. Maybe even smoothing out the breath, seeing if you can remove some of that interruptiveness as you take that nice deep inhale, nice and fluid. And then the same thing with the exhale, just allow the breath, allow the tension, allow the disruptions to exit the body. Allow the discomfort to leave, the dis-ease, followed by refueling on the inhale and releasing on the exhale. Check in with your face, relax your jaw, soften the muscles on your face, let your brow relax. Releasing the forehead, softening the brow. Taking a moment to just settle into right now. It's all there is. That's all we have is right now. Whatever's happening around you, whatever's happening outside of you, we'll wait. You'll catch up to it exactly where it is. But let's catch up to what's happening outside of us from a calm, centered perspective. So we use the breath to do that. Nice deep inhale. And slow, gentle exhale. We don't have to be in a hurry. We have to experience each moment as they arrive rather than pushing beyond them in our head and pushing beyond them in our physical body to try to arrive somewhere. There is no arriving somewhere. There is only being here right now. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, release. So as we talk tonight about the law of relativity, the law of relativity is all about perspective. Things are always relative to what we decide is important. You know, we all face challenges and we all have things, obstacles that are placed in our path in order for us to challenge ourselves to continue to move. Follow that breath in and follow that breath out. But it's how we label those challenges that determine how stuck we get. We want to keep the perspective in check. We don't want to run away with our emotions or get caught up in um, in all of the judgments and comparisons. So we follow the breath in, we follow the breath out. One of the most important concepts of the law of relativity is to keep in mind that everything that's happening is creating an opportunity for you. So everything happens for you. Things do not happen to you, they happen for you. So if we can recognize that the obstacles or challenges that are placed in our path are really designed to give us the strength and confidence and power to move beyond, to push through, to overcome, to become, then that's where the transformation happens. That's where the shift happens. But what we do, which is human nature, is we label things in such a way that they seem insurmountable. And as soon as we decide that something that arrived in our path is going to stop us, then we are halted by it. Nice deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. So we become fearful, we become paralyzed by the idea of the labeling of the experience. Things are never as bad as they seem. We use comparison a lot. We use comparison a lot to help us see, remind us of the perspective. So comparison is a double-edged sword. It can remind us of the perspective and show us that what we have, right, is always more than what someone else has. There's always someone who's struggling more or has less. So that perspective can remind us that we're in a place, in a good place, in a place that is better or more fortunate than others. Take a nice deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. But the flip side of that sword with the comparison is that you're using comparison at times as a standard of measure, as a level of success, as an idea of something else that you should or are supposed to be doing. So that type of comparison becomes a trap. So we can use the rearview mirror, we can use comparison to see where we've come from, to see what we've grown out of. But never use comparison to steal your joy or your value or your worth. Nice deep inhale fills the body with breath. The exhale softly, gently relaxes, so it's all relative. It's all related to how you decide the experience is unfolding. And if we can see the divine, if we can see the silver lining, if we can unearth the shadows, if we can learn something more about ourselves, if we can find something in the experience that shows us a little bit more about who we are and what it is that we need or where it is that we're going, then the experience was worth it. It is working for you. Nice deep inhale, fill the body with breath. So the law of relativity reminds us that it's all relative, that it is, that everything is neutral until we label it as something else. We're the ones who are in charge of the perspective we take on the situations in our life. Don't judge the challenges, use them, turn them into opportunities. Nice deep inhale, fill the body with breath. On the exhale, softly, gently relax. Nice deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. Things are working out for you. If you take a moment and remember a very challenging time in your life, everything you are today grew out of that challenge. Gratitude for the challenge, compassion for the person you were as you were going through the challenge. Followed by gratitude for the person you are today as a result of that thing that was uncomfortable, that was working for you. Nothing ever happens to us. We are active participants in our lives and in our experiences and in how we label our experiences. We are active participants. So it is not happening to you. It's happening for you. You're allowing it to unfold. You're looking for the gains, the wins in the experience. The law of relativity. Everything is neutral until you decide that it's something else. Always take caution in labeling things in a negative fashion, because it's only negative if you're choosing to look at the negative aspects. Follow the breath in, follow the breath out. Relax and soften your body. Relax and quiet your mind. Relax and release the tension. And imagine what it feels like when everything is working for you. Imagine that you know on the other side of whatever challenge has arisen, that you will see gains, that you will see more opportunities have been created, that you will see more clearly your authentic self, that you will see more clearly your strengths and your gifts. The law of relativity states that your labeling of the circumstance is relative to the experience that you have. And the experience that you have is relative to how you label it. So if you can trust that there's good in everything, if you can trust that the experience is leading you towards something that needs to be seen or needs to show itself or needs to be understood or needs to be uncomfortable, the discomfort creates the change, creates the opportunity. Change equals opportunity. Because every time something shifts, it creates something new. A new perspective, a new vision, a new way to see something. Follow your breath in. Relax and release on the exhale. Nice deep inhale. And soft, gentle release. So change is ever constant. We talked about that in perpetual transmutation of energy. Change is always happening. If we label change as fearful, then we do not embrace the benefits that come from the change that's always happening. We create resistance. Resistance creates suffering. It holds us back. It keeps us stuck while everything else is moving. The law of relativity says, pay attention to your perspective. Pay attention to how you're labeling things. Pay attention to what you're paying attention to. It's all relative. Nice deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. Nice deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. Nice deep inhale. Slow, gentle exhale. Remember, your experience is your own. Does not need to be compared to others. We are not in competition with each other. If we're doing it right, we're uplifting each other. We're holding space for each other while we figure out our own destiny, our own goals, our own ideas, our own authentic self. Competition is created, it's man-made. Healthy competition is okay, but comparison in the thievery of your joy or the relinquishing of your power, no good. What you have and where you are is exactly what you need and where you're supposed to be. It's relative. Trust it. Again, I go back to prior life situations. Each and every one of us have stories. And those stories that we can tell and that we can tap into now that we've moved beyond them, those struggles, those challenging stories, now that we've moved beyond them, we can see why we needed them. We can understand them. And that reminds us to trust when the next challenge arrives. Because your life has been a series of challenges, a series of moments, right? A series of opportunities. Life is a series of experiences. And if we can trust that it's working for us, even if it's uncomfortable, or if it's unknown, or if it's unfathomable, you're like, oh, pandemic was unfathomable in my predictability factor, right? I could never predicted a pandemic. But I look back and I know that it taught me and created opportunities for me that would have never happened had we continued the way things were. So there's the trust. Trusting that the experiences that you're having, don't label them, don't waste your time labeling them, because they're everything. They're a range of emotion, they're a range of feelings, they're a range of things that are, feeling comfortable and things that are uncomfortable. Don't waste your time labeling. Just work on focusing on the fact that it's going to work out for you, because it always has. History has shown you that no matter what the obstacle, you have found your way through it. So why should now be any different? So when we trust ourselves and we trust our experiences, and we know that the universe is giving us what we need to see when we need to see it, we can settle in and relax into the experience a little bit more, no matter how it feels. And trust that on the other side, there'll be some clarity, and there'll be some growth, and there'll be some opportunity that's created as a result of the experience. Things are happening. Anyway, let's find the aspect of them that feels best, that you can tap into. This is happening for me. The reason that I'm so uncomfortable is because I need to X, Y, or Z. And if I was comfortable, I would never even explore X, Y, or Z. So thank you, discomfort, for giving me clarity to look for what's next and to trust that it's working out for me. Nothing happens to you, everything happens with you in mind. The relativity comes into play when you're labeling your experiences, when you're judging your experiences, when you're looking at others' experiences. It's all relative. The universal laws are designed to help us grow in the best possible way. They are designed to help us see the best possible version of ourselves. They are designed for you. They are designed with you in mind. So the simple awareness sets in motion this divine series of experiences. It's called your life. Appreciate it. Find gratitude in it. Be compassionate for the aspect of you that's uncomfortable, and continue forward. Nice deep inhale, fill the body with breath. On the exhale, I want you to pay extra attention to relaxing and softening the muscles on your face, your brow, your jaw, your shoulders. And then follow that with another beautiful, invigorating inhale. Aren't we blessed? We have the gift of breath, which means we have the gift of life, which means we have the gift of experiences, which means that we have the gift of opportunity. How we look at it, that is the law of relativity. One more time on that. Take that nice deep inhale. Aren't we blessed? We have the breath. The breath is the gift of life. The gift of life is the gift of experiences, and the gift of experiences gifts us the opportunity to do whatever it is, to change the world in your own way, to explore yourself at a deeper level, to connect, to become, to allow. That's why we're here. We're not here to condemn or to punish or to hold back or to withdraw. We're here to grow, to hold space for each other, to lift each other up, to be a part of something greater from the inside out. Nice deep inhale, fill your body with breath. And on the exhale, softly, gently relax and settle into this body that has carried you through all of those incredible experiences, that has shown you exactly what you're made of. Blessed and full of life and full of opportunity and full of experience. It's a little bit of everything, which we could also call wisdom, because wisdom comes from the understanding of your breath, your experiences, your opportunities. So the more aware we become, the wiser we are. It's all inside of you. A couple more of those nice deep breaths. The gifts and all of the things that come along with it. Experiences, opportunities. Gratitude. Perspective. The glass is always half full. There's always room for more. I want to thank you guys for checking in tonight. The ninth law, the law of relativity. 3 to go. Have a great evening. Thank you.